Hello, 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 everybody. This is Dr. Shaniva Early, your craft doctor, and I'm here with another video today discussing the haul and the markers that I got earlier today. First, we're going to talk about this haul. This is the spinning pop-up card die set that I purchased from HSN, and these are the instructions for it, and I was hoping that it showed what the card looked like. Let's see. What a finished card. Yep, there we go. This is what a finished card would look like. So you would cut out the pieces strips, which are these are the center sides, and put them together, and then put a string in the middle and cut out a die piece double-sided, and they swing in the middle of your card. And I'm going to actually do one of these cards so you can see how it works. And it's also going to be one of the cards that we're going to do in our class. So I just really wanted to show you this. This is one of my hauls, one of my mini hauls. I don't know why they keep sending them all at one time, and instead of sending them all together. And then these are the stamps that you can stamp and color. You can stamp and color to put in the middle. Really nice designs. We have sun and clouds and a diamond. You can actually color in the thank you and the butterfly and do the same thing. So we're going to actually do that when I do the video for this design. And I probably will do this one and the last one that I did. I'll probably do both of those together so you can see what they look like. Okay. Next up, I want to tell you about the markers. Remember, I did the haul this morning about the Blick markers. Well, I ended up swatching the markers, and the numbering system is really weird to me. They go from 001 to 96, I think. I think the last one is 96. Yeah, 96. They start at 0 because the colorless blender is 0. And there is no 77 or 71. Because this starts at 70, then skips 71 and goes straight to 72. So instead of doing 95, they did up to 96 but skipped a number. But this is what the what it looks like when I swatch them. The one thing that I can say about these markers is they are very juicy. They are a very juicy marker. There was no scratching or anything with these markers at all. It was a perfect dynamic with me using them. They felt kind of like as if I was using a Copic marker. So that was a plus. There was no problem whatsoever using these markers and getting. And if you look at them, when you really look close to them, there's not a lot of bleed out. And I was going really close. If you see something like this, I really actually went over the line. And so there was not a lot of bleed out on these markers, which is a problem with Copic. Sometimes if you get too close to the line, it'll bleed out the line. But it did not. And I did 2 coatings on each one of these. And even the paper is not that saturated. Most of the time, you have full saturation when you're using a lot of markers, but it did not do that. They really are performing very well. I did go online and order the other markers. There's 47, I believe, more of these markers. And I went on Blick.com and I put them in my basket. And when I put them in my basket, they came up to $340 or $360 a marker. I think $360. And so I called customer service and said, if after you make a purchase of 12 or more, you get a bulk price. It's not coming up. And the lady on the line, she went in to every single marker and marked them down to the $2.40 something cent or whatever it was supposed to be. 268 to the 268 price. And so I got them for the price, that the bulk rate, as opposed to the regular rate that they had online. Now they come in these little containers, which is a little weird to me. They're all individually grouped together, which I guess makes it easier when they doing the single packs. Then all they have to do is sell you whichever pack. But when they were doing it in something like this, they should have just put a big one in here. You would think. I don't know. But these containers, I'm probably going to just put them in the recycling bin or something, because I'm never going to use them. I actually bought some Arteza color marker bag thing to put them in, because I can't carry this around. This is crazy. So I'll probably just toss them as soon as I get those bags from my order, because I ordered them earlier today. So it was a really good exercise in swatching these colors, and I think that Copic, you have a run for your money with these Blick markers, and the price point, absolutely fabulous. If you buy the 96 count, you're gonna pay $2.09 for them, or less. If you have a school discount or some kind of discount, or if you keep an eye on these and you wait for a 20% off coupon, you can save up to $40 on these, because they're $2.09. You get a 20% off. That's $20 per 100. You can really save a lot of money. Or sometimes they have even better sales like that on just markers. 40% off one item. You buy the whole 96 count and you get 40% off, and so that way you're only spending $120 for 96 markers. So it is worth it. If you there is 47 more coming, and as soon as they come, I will swatch those so that I will have the full set, and which then I can pull out the colors for my designs from the Blick markers that I would normally use with my Copics, because it's impossible to try to keep doing that using Copics when people don't have them, and they're expensive. And I've taken years to grow my small collection. I only have like 100 of them. A little bit under 200 of them. Counting duplicates, I have 201 of them, of the 322, counting the dupes, because I have about 6 dupes of them. So, but that's been over years. That I didn't just pick up 200 of them. That's been over time. And so I would advise, do that over time. Buy, if you don't want to just come out with a whole bunch of money at once, do it over time. Whatever it is that you're trying to buy. Also, I would advise everyone who gets any kind of marker to buy a scale. Now, this is the thing. In order for you to know that your markers need ink, you have to know how much they weigh in the beginning. So I bought this little gram scale on Amazon. I keep the little thing here in it so my batteries don't go dead. But as soon as you put that battery in there, it comes right on, right? And so, let me see. So if you use, what you do is you take your marker and you put your marker on here, and this says 14.29, and that's the general amount of grams that this marker is. If you look at that, see 14.30, that means that marker may need to be filled quicker than this one, depending on my use. 14.26. You see that? But if you get under like 12 or something, you know that it's time to refill your markers. In order to refill your markers, it's quite easy to refill your markers. For Copics, I've only needed to refill twice. Actually, I've only refilled one marker, but I have two refills. So this one here is the one that I need a refill for. This is that refill for it. And this is the way you refill your big Blick markers and your Copic markers. This is the Blick refill resembles this. They tell you to go and take out your chisel nib. They're going to tell you to take it out with some tweezers and drop in the droppers. If you don't want to do that, you don't feel safe taking your stuff out, you just take your color and drop it onto a couple of drops onto your chisel side and turn. Just a couple of drops and turn. It's soaking in, as you can see. Can you see? Let me zoom it in a little bit more. Okay, so it's just soaking in. And when it feels like it's not soaking in quick enough, stop. See how it was really soaking in? Now, when I originally did this was 12 point something. Really? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to put the cap back on. See? It was under 12 point something. Now it's almost 13. So, just a couple of more drops. And I'm just doing it right over the paper, just in case if it spills out like it just did. And I'm just putting a few drops. And you see how quickly it's sucking it in? Because most Copics are not at a 12. Let me see what a fresh Copic looks like. It's at a 14. That's what a fresh Copic is. And so, we're just going to add a few drops and flip. And so, I didn't have to take this off at all. See, we're getting more and more in here. And I love this purple color. So that's the reason why I do have this one. I have only two refillable refills, and that's this purple and a blue, because I love to do sky blues and I love to do purple scenes like night skies. So see, we're getting up there. And this is the process of filling it up without taking off that nib. I do have tweezers that I can use to take the nib off, but I'm not going to use them because I want to show you how you can do it without taking that nib off. And this is taking 5 minutes of your time to fill this up. And this is the same exact way you fill up your Blick markers. See how it's slowing down the suction? That means it's getting full. So let's see where we are. If it's 13 and a half, I can stop. I can stop. Because it's usually at a 14 or so. So, and this right here can fill up this marker 10 times or more, depending on how much you use it, how much you're doing to it. So, and then you just check your marker. See, it's going to saturate, and it's getting more and more saturation down there. And see how juicy my marker is now compared to when it was first. There you go. Yep. So, that's a quick lesson on how to fill up your markers. And what do you use? And so, you just buy these as you need them. Don't just buy and stockpile. So, if something happens, it spills or something, and then you have all this ink. Just buy the colors that you use the most. And this little scale came right off of Amazon. I think about $8. And then all I do is take this off. Where's my little, oh. And I put it back, that little plastic piece, back on there so my batteries won't run dead. And I just put it back in there. And that keeps my batteries from going dead. Just like that. And then I keep this on top of my rack where I keep my markers. And so there you go, a quick little refill and demo on Copics and Blick marker swatching. And when I get the next set of markers in the mail in the next 3 to 5 days, which is what they said it will take, I will swatch them also so you can see what they look like. Alrighty, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.